Breaking news: the former central bank governor Emefiele to be freed after Tinubu's attorney general signs the non-prosecution plea bargain upon his willingness to return 50 billion. Yes, my country people. The non-prosecution plea bargain for Emefiele has been promised upon by the former governor's willingness to return 50 billion, which he had corruptly, amassed. The embattled former central bank governor Emefiele is set to be released from the detention of the Department of the State Service (DSS) after his plea bargain with President Bola Tinubu's administration has been concluded. Sahara reporters further gathered that the non-prosecution plea bargain for Emefiele has been promised upon the former governor's willingness to return 50 billion, which he had corruptly amassed. Now, Sahara reporters understand that the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi, had signed a non-prosecution plea bargain and is waiting for Tinubu's approval. Yes, it was reported on August that Emefiele faced 20 counts of conspiracy and procurement fraud levied against him by the Nigerian government, and he had on August 17, 2023, been brought to the court under tight security. The exclusive deal has been finalized, awaiting Tinubu's order. Tinubu is expected to be back in Nigeria this weekend after a medical visit to France. The DSS traced 72 billion to a series of accounts which Emefiele had planned to use for his presidential run. Also, $70 million he hid with a couple who specialized in helping him to do the round tapping was discovered. A source revealed the federal investigators have traced the ownership of Polaris Bank to Emefiele, as well as several other banks he used people to set up. Hey, my country people, this is interesting. Now, it was reported that the couple, Aminu Yaro and his wife, Saditu Yaro, were arrested by the DSS since July 12 in connection with investigations into Emefiele's infractions. Alongside his wife, Yaro, described as the Sarkin Hausawa of Lagos and the chairman of the Council of Chiefs, was arrested at their home in Abuja in the early hours of July 12. The arrest of the couple had concerned investigations into a case involving Emefiele, which bordered on the forex differential fraud. And it was reported in August that the fundamental rights enforcement suit filed against the DSS and the AGF at the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory by the two brothers of Emefiele was withdrawn. The court's vacation judge, Justice Emmanuel Okpe, had struck out the suit after the applicants, through their lawyer, informed the court of their decision to discontinue the case. But then it was reported that the CBN's governor's sibling, that's the suspended CBN governor's siblings, George Emefiele and Okonta Emefiele, had filed separate ex parte motion at the courts, seeking order of the courts to enforce their fundamental rights. Wow, my wonderful people, this is a very shocking revelation. I know that these special investigators that was set up by Tinubu's led administration, Tinubu's led government, they are not joking around. Oh. They really investigated into the corruption, that went under Emefiele's regime when he was the CBN governor, until when he was removed by Tinubu himself. Now, my country people, we are getting this information that these special investigators, led by the Obazi special investigators, they found out that Emefiele is the owner of Polaris Bank and other banks. So Emefiele is using people to pose as the owners. Meanwhile, secretly, he is the owner. Hey, my country people. And now we are seeing that Emefiele is soon to be free, though, after Tinubu's Attorney General signs a non-prosecution plea bargain. Yes, upon his willingness to return out of all the money he has stolen and looted and embezzled from the government and from the CBN, he would return 50 billion naira. Only 50 billion naira. And there was a time Emefiele was trying to initiate a plea bargain, and a lot of people were like, Emefiele, plea bargain, ke. He should be made to face the law. We don't want to hear any plea bargain. He should answer for all the crimes he committed. 50 billion naira for all the money he has embezzled. It's only 50 billion naira that Emefiele would return. Wow. This is interesting, my country people. Now, so we dey see the matter, guys. What are your thoughts on this issue? Because this Emefiele matter, e get as e really be. Now, they are waiting for Tinubu's approval for this plea bargain of 18. E come be like say now everything now don dey Tinubu hand. Well, Tinubu is out of the country, and he would return soon. And Tinubu would see to this, according to the Attorney General of the Federation, the Attorney General, when he brought about the non-prosecution plea, saying that Tinubu would be made to, sign this. So, my country people, everything now lies in the hands of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, my country people, it seems that Emefiele is moving to negotiate a plea bargain. This is just a plea bargain between the federal government and Emefiele, so that he can get his freedom. And if this plea bargain turns out to be successful, then Emefiele would be freed no sooner than later. But then he has to return 50 billion naira. He has to return 50 billion naira. My country people, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comments section. Thank you.